Hello, everyone. Yes,
Sorry, I apologize.
Okay. Back for another race.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Coop Career Mode series. Today it's round number 4 for the Miami Grand Prix. Last time out we were in China and it didn't go as planned. There will be a card on the right top of your screen now, so check that video out if you haven't already. For the Miami Grand Prix weekend we brought some upgrades with us, and so does Visa Cash App, aka AlphaTauri as I call them. But we did extend the gap to Alpine, so maybe this weekend we have the upper hand on them. At least that's what I hope, but only time will tell. For the practice sessions everything went well. Scoring purple on every single object and perk, I think it's still called. I have no idea. But yeah, it went well, and with that we got 250 resource points. I unfortunately missed one of them, but yeah, with only one practice session we can't score everything. Also the experience went up as well. We scored 1050 points, and that's not a lot, but enough to get ourselves on number 55 instead of 54. Since this is a sprint weekend, this means we only have one practice session, and that also means we instantly go to the qualifying session. For our first qualifying lap we'll try to set a time on the immediate compound of tires. This is basically our usual run for sprint weekends, just give it a go with the first set we got, and that is the medium compound tires. We did try to set a lap previously, but yeah, it kind of failed, and because of that we are giving it another go on the medium compound of tires. So sector 1 it's very tricky, you really have to nail it. First corner of the view is very tricky, so is the second, and then you have the very speedy ones which is easy to spin out and just yeah, miss your braking point or even lock up. Luckily we didn't, but it's very tricky to do so, and we might do it in a race and in the sprint race. Then you have the straights, nothing too crazy, just boring to be fair, so it's important to have good straight line speeds, especially with the AI, they can be really rapid around here. Now this is the Mickey Mouse section, and we kinda had a half spin, just a lot of oversteer over there. And I find it very tricky with the new handling model to get the right traction out of corners, and sometimes, especially with lower speed corners, it's just very tricky for me to get it right, and I still try to do my best, of course, as we have a crazy moment over there once again, having, I don't know, the rear just stepping out, and unfortunately that is costing us a lot of time, and we set a 127.6 for now. For second qualifying lap we're trying to set a lap time on the soft compound of tires. We are currently P13, but of course there's still enough time left to set a lap. Glitch is behind me, so he will set another lap time as well. He is even more struggling than I am right now. I'm not sure why, but maybe it's just that I have a better feeling for this track. Last time out in the Chinese Grand Prix he had the upper hand, and not by a few tenths, no, by a whole second. So maybe this time I have a whole second on him. I don't know, I hope so. First few corners we are improving by almost 3 tenths. It went really well, to be fair. And now we are on the straight, the bit boring part over here, just a very long one until we are going to hit the brakes over here around 100 meters, maybe a little bit later than usual, and because of that we yeah, go wide, brake late, and lose a lot of lap time, but we'll gain it over here in this specific corner, because by cutting that corner we are going to gain around 2 tenths, which is incredible. I didn't took it like usually, and but it really thought that I was going to hit the wall, but luckily I didn't. Now we are going to improve by almost 6 tenths before going into the last corner again. The back end is stepping out, and that is costing us a little bit of time, but we will gain it on the exit. Deployment huge, and with that it's a 27-1, and we were P10 for a slight moment but dropped down to P11, and which is honestly not even that bad. I was surprised at the time because I was really hoping to get a higher position, but still good enough. Glitch is P13 and around 3/10 behind us, which is pretty satisfying, I should say. Unfortunately, he didn't set a lap time on the slot competitive tire, so I was checking since he is yapping that he is basically quicker. Anyway, the ratings, here we are. For some reason we did lose experience. I don't know how and why, but I think the game is just trying to screw me over once again. But at least the pace is going up, which is good. And now we're going to the sprint race itself. Selecting the medium compound of tires, I think that's the best option. But yeah, let's go.
It has been 3 races and now a sprint. 5 lights. I had an awful start.
Same. So the initial getaway isn't that good, to be fair. We haven't dropped a position. We even are gaining a few positions. Now Lance is on our right hand side. No, not dropping down behind Straw again. No, it's crazy. And I am refusing to give this place up to Lance Stroll. He is ahead though, but I'm going to down the inside of him in this tricky corner, and hopefully we can overtake Lance Stroll over here. But his straight line speed and traction is really good. Why does he have so much engine power?
I'm asking that also to everybody around me.
And unfortunately, we can't stay with Lance Stroll and the rest. Even Carlos Sainz overtook us for a moment. We did dive from him because I thought I would be way much quicker. Then the Mickey Mouse section, very tricky as well, especially with that line, that queue forming up over there. But luckily we didn't lose position to Sainz so far until this stage. But he's just driving away into the distance. It's crazy.
Bro, someone squeezed me into the wall.
Carlos Sainz is going down the inside, and he is going side by side without in that hairpin. He overtook us. We did try to use a little bit of ERS as we are on 30%, but at the end, Carlos is ahead. We still try to re-overtake him as we are side by side with him in the second corner. This is maybe third, I don't know, but yeah, at the end we don't have the straight line speed and we have to concede the position. And unfortunately, that's the last part we will see from Carlos Sainz in this sprint race because basically he ran into the distance and nothing happened with us actually. We did create a gap from Magnussen and Tsunoda who are behind us, but apart from that, nothing happened. So, I mean, I say nothing happened, but Glitch he DNF'd because he's a sucker. Anyway, Max Verstappen wins the sprint race, and we are going to end up in P11. This is, we don't have the straight line speed, unfortunately, which is hurting us, and unfortunately that is also hurting the result because I'm pretty sure there's more once we do change the setup, but that's for the future, of course. So unfortunately we end up in P11, and that's all. Sorry, there was a fly over here. Shit on! Dance, bitch, dance! So the ratings over here, we do go up with experience, racecraft, awareness. Pace is going down, which is very much questionable. Focus went up, so overall it's pretty good, and I'm happy with it. But unfortunately, it's the pace that dropped. Still, it's no big deal because I believe you can increase your pace with the qualifying session. So if we do well, we maybe can overturn it and still get some points for that, for the race pace. Turn 1, this is in the qualifying session, still on the mediums for a first run at least. I'm still struggling with those corners. To be fair, I'm not trying to see any complaints, but I haven't practiced before this Grand Prix, so don't blame the bad driving on me, blame it on Glitch. He forced me to do this. Yeah, he forced me to do this. I didn't want to do this episode actually without practice. Anyway, enough finding excuses. This is again the corner where we struggle and we lock up, go wide, go even off the track for a little bit, sliding the car around there, having no stability, and we are just struggling through there and maybe through this lap. This section wasn't bad, but I know we can improve over there, especially once we put on the soft compound of tires. For now, we have 2 green sectors on the top right of your screen, and I believe we are behind Glitch. Then this is the hairpin where we struggle again. Looking up the rear is stepping out as well, so we're still not learning from our mistakes from the previous laps, but it is what it is, and we are currently P6 with the immediate compound of tires, and I'm not really happy with that lap. Of course, I am ahead of F1 Glitch for now, but that doesn't mean anything. Maybe Glitch made a mistake, maybe he's just, sandbagging. Anyway, we are trying to turn it around with the soft compound of tires. Now we are 9 minutes in this qualifying session as we are going deep into turn 1. Not the best, but I mean it's still a long qualifying session, so we have enough time and enough track left ahead of us to improve the lap time, because even though we made a lot of mistakes, and even though our first sector is not great, I think we can still improve if we just nail, especially this last section. I think that's where we lost the most time. This is a straight again. It's really tiring, to be fair. Brake marker board at 100. We missed the apex, but not by much. So maybe we are improving our driving style. Then there's this section again, and we nail it. Once again, you can see we are about 6/10 up on our lap time, which is, even though we made a mistake over there, we are kind of cooking, to be fair. So if we can continue this form, then we might break it into the top 10. Nailed Mickey Mouse, not gonna lie. And even myself at that time was very happy with it. This is the corner where we're probably struggling the most with. Well, not this time. This time we did gain a lot of time over there, around 2/10 I believe it was. Now going to the line, it is P9 for now, which to be fair I'm very happy with, and a little bit surprised as well, because at the time I was not very convinced that I could set a lap time that would be giving us a spot in the top 10. So yeah, it's a little bit surprised with that, but there's still one more lap for us to set. Turn 1, turn 2 is actually great. We even nailed that one, that we are almost 2.5 tenths up, which is even more surprising, because that means the previous lap time, even though it was pretty good, yeah, there's still time to gain, even though we are losing a little bit over here in this tricky ass section, the high speed section I should say. Now, first sector we are 2 tenths up again. Going on that very long straight. Very good for overtaking though, especially for the next corner where we are pretty much struggling with. Maybe we aren't going wide this time. No, we aren't. We hit the apex beautifully, and with that we gain another 10th and a bit. Then this section, we nailed it last time. This time not so much. We are losing a 10th and a half, I should say, maybe a little bit more even, when you count the exits. So now, yeah, we are gaining just a few thousandths of a second more than previous lap time. There's one more corner to go, just one more braking zone left before the end of this qualifying lap. We missed the apex. Are we going to gain time? Not really. On the exit, we will be gaining a little bit of time. So overall, it's a improvement. And this is giving us, I'm not gonna lie, but P7, let's go! Yes! Oh, I wasn't expecting that. And with that lap time, we ended up in P7, just 4 tenths shy from pole position with 108 AI, I believe. And unfortunately, Glitch, he is a second off, so we turned it around compared to China. And yeah, unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a good time, but Yeah, for us it's great. Race pace is going up by 675, so happy days. And now let's go to the starting grids for the race.
World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Malone, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Stroll, Hamilton, Gasly, Ocon, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Joe, Magnussen, Bottas, Dynamo, and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
After that qualifying session, I'm hoping that we can continue this form for the race. We are going to start on the medium competitive tires and go to the hards, and that's basically the strategy. Okay, good luck.
Good luck. P19.
So unlike last time, we actually had a good start, and now we are ahead of George Russell. We just got him off before that left-hander, and that is giving us P6 for now. But of course, on the straight, George Russell is pretty quick, as we saw with Carlos Sainz. Now he is ahead of us, and he is just extending the gap. We are trading the battery, going down to around 40% battery, but it's not enough because George Russell is going down the inside. Guy going straight. As Fernando Alonso went straight over there, which is curious because it's that early in the Grand Prix and he already made a mistake. So I don't know who went straight, but someone went. So let's see if more AI mistakes will happen this race. Alonso is now behind us, but we don't have a lot of battery left. We drained once again on the straight, going down towards around 30%, I would say, but not enough to defend, as we are going wide into the corner where we're struggling this whole entire weekend. That's invited Alonso, and now he is through. George Russell is also on the charge. He's trying to look for a move down the inside, as we had a moment over there. George Russell, he did try to overtake us over there, but because of that mistake I made, he couldn't. So, class defending. Anyway, we go a little bit wide and had to cut the corner over there, which is giving us our first track limit warning. Now, there's a yellow flag behind us, and that is because my teammate Glitch had an accident with one of those green cars. I keep forgetting the name, I'm not sure which one. I believe it's Sauber, yeah, it's Sauber. Now we're getting overtaken by George Russell. Oscar Piastri is coming through as well, and so is Checo Perez, meaning we have lost 3 positions on one straight. So overtaken by 3 cars. Yeah, our straight line speed is, it looks terrible. I don't want to say it's terrible, but it looks terrible compared to the rest. And even though we have the best engine on the grid, like powertrain wise, we just don't have the straight line speed, because that's because of the setup. We are using a lot of downforce, and the adjustments I made isn't enough, because now Lance Stroll is going down our inside as well. We tried to outbrake him, but yeah, we outbrake ourselves over there, and because of that we lose, we'll almost lose another position to Pierre Gasly. He's going side by side with us. You can see the arrow is still red, and now he overtook us. We dive from him down the inside on turn 1, so a neat move. But it's not enough because the problems aren't solved. A few corners later, we are on the straight this time, and there is a yellow flag up ahead. It's Checo Perez. He looks to retire from this Grand Prix. I don't know what happened. Maybe an engine issue. I haven't figured it out yet. But we're going side by side because Pierre Gasly, he tried to make a move on us. As we had to correct the car, Perez is now officially out of the Grand Prix. But back to the Alpines, because they're looking really fighty in this Grand Prix. Even though they're not the quickest car They have great straight line speed, it seems like, and yeah, we can't defend against them. So I am letting Ocon and Gasly through. Yeah, our straight line speed is just in the mud at the moment, and we can't even defend against an Alpine as we are having a look around the outside of Ocon. Sorry, Gasly this is. And with that, we are back into the point paying positions, but for how long? Because Pierre Gasly is just going to re-overtake us, even though we are using a battery. We are just a sitting duck. This is embarrassing, bro! And even though we don't have the best car yet, it is just embarrassing, like I said, because Pierre Gasly is through as well. A few laps later, this is lap number 6. Yuki Tsunoda is going to overtake us as well, because the pain isn't over yet, and yeah, you can see how easy it is for the others just to overtake us. We are simply too slow on the straight, and that is my mistake. I copied a setup from YouTube. Thought it would be good enough, but unfortunately against the AI, it's definitely not the case. It's like we are an earthworm against a seagull. Yeah, the seagull is just mightier and way supreme. Yeah, so here we are again. Daniel Ricciardo, the second AlphaTauri car. He is overtaking us. We locked up on the hairpin, and yeah, because of that, it was for him even easier to overtake us. Skipping to lap number 8, this is, and we have a new objective to avoid engine temps above 155.3 degrees. On the straight, we are just, I mean, nothing we can do. Magnus and Bottas and Guan Yu, so I believe that was, they just overtook us, and even Nico Hülkenberg has overtaken us. We kinda re-overtook him over there, and trying to re-overtake Valtteri Bottas on the outside. Unfortunately, I am complaining a lot because I genuinely thought when starting P7 we could get more points, but reality shows it's completely the opposite. That we are yeah, a sitting duck on the straight, and yeah, just getting eaten up, getting swallowed up by all those seagulls and faster cars. Well, they're not faster, they're just stronger on the straights. And we're skipping to lap number 10, or actually I should say lap number 11, because we did stay behind Nico Hülkenberg for the rest of the of those laps. We couldn't overtake him, unfortunately, as predicted, of course. So yeah, we are boxing for a new set of hard tires. Not as if that's going to change anything for us, because even with that wing change where we did damage, I don't know when and where, but we had damage, nothing will change for us in any positive way. And 2 laps later, we did close the gap towards Lewis Hamilton. He is in P17, sorry, I'm in P18. And in this Mickey Mouse section, the AI is really slow. Like, the player can gain so much time just by cutting the corner, well, not cutting the corner, but being aggressive and almost cutting the corner. But yeah, we are very close to Lewis Hamilton, and I tried to stay behind Lewis Hamilton for a very long time, and I did that until this point. What is that?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what happened over there. I do believe I broke way too hard, or like pressed the brake pedal way too hard, and because of that the car spun. So yeah, that's just unfortunate. And a lap later we got an objective which we passed with ease, and it was something positive to look for in this Grand Prix, because to be fair, it's a very disappointing Grand Prix so far, where we are just in the mud. But succeeding for that objective, it gave me some sort of motivation, and with that we did close the gap to Lewis Hamilton within 4 laps. Now we are in striking distance, and even though we don't have the straight line speed, we still managed to overtake him, because we did drain the battery and use some DRS as well. And a lap later, this is lap number 19. Lewis Hamilton is around 0.8 of a second behind us, which doesn't seem like a very close, but trust me, he is going to shoot by just like a rocket ship. He is already gaining 3 tenths, 4 tenths behind us, almost 3, even less. And yeah, the AI is mega strong against my useless setup for the race. Even though things are not looking positive, I still got positive notes from this race because I learned how we should use the setup from this point on. And from the next race, we we did change a lot of things, and with that we probably going to get more points. Anyway, back to the Grand Prix. This is the straight, and I told myself I'm not going to make the same mistake in this corner, but I couldn't be more wrong because I did made the same mistake by being too close to his gearbox. And honestly, I have one thing to say about this setup.
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
Because I will never use this setup ever again. Not in league racing, not for career mode, not for next season. It's just a terrible setup, and we will change a lot of things after this Grand Prix. So I am not surprised if we do lose a little bit of pace and awareness for this race. We ended up in P18, so I'm ready for everything at this stage. So with that, the Miami Grand Prix is finally over, and we are not even in the top 15, as you can see. We are at the very bottom with our teammate Glitch, who did DNF. So yeah, overall, the Miami Grand Prix is just one to forget for this team, because yeah, this is not the performance that we want and are looking for in our Coop Career Mode series. But hopefully we can get a better result for the next Grand Prix, which is Imola. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.